Church is not a place, it's a body with a face, a fellowship of misfits, its kind eyes and smiling grace. It's a symphony of sinners, a school for sullied saints. It's a people, not a postcode, not religion, but it's faith. Church is not a meeting, it's a stream to be refreshed, not a burden, but a beacon, something different where we rest. The church is holy handiwork, a king's crown and creation, the sculptor of the stars crafting a masterpiece in the making. The church isn't uniform, nor tidy, nor tame. It's a beautiful mess of holiness, a home to bring your pain. Church is not a court where rules will cut you down. It's a hospital of healing to bind up broken vows. It's a safe house you can run to, a rescue boat to reach, a garrison of compassion, no comparison. It's unique. Some people put church in a box, something for phonies, a spiritual crutch, but a royal commission has church on a mission to look beyond herself, to hope harder, love longer, go farther, for the Father. Church is breaking bread and laughing hard. Church is crying and grieving and caring when life gets dark. Not a club just for the members. Church is open, divinely revealed. Church is real, it's safe, not something we can build. Christ is the builder. He's the cornerstone. He sets the foundation for this family to grow. You see, the church is a standing invitation to a party thrown by heaven. Joining with the angels, we celebrate with them. Church is a wedding. God's the groom, we're the bride. We gather in the day and pray unceasing through the night. Church is where the forgiven come to praise and thank and think. Church is the architect of our universe, warmly welcoming us in. Church is where we get to play in the throne room of a palace, rich and poor, kids and elders, where King of Kings throws his royal robes around our shivering shoulders. Church is your food bank, your debt advice, your toddler group, your marriage counsellor, your homeless shelter. Church cares for the ex-offender, comforts the infirm, nurtures the innocent, welcomes the sinner. It challenges injustice, fights the oppressor, reforms discrimination, overturns all suppression. Church protects the vulnerable, feeds the hungry, visits the sick, clothes the cold, loves the lonely, sits with the dying, it meets the need. I ask you about church and you say you're not religious, but church is not religious, it's relentless in its love. Churches are a family becoming more like their Father. Church is a place where good-for-nothings become gods for goodness sake. Church is a home from home. It's heart, it's a new start. Church is for everyone, for begotten daughters and adopted sons. And church is a journey, an adventure we travel together. It's a roller coaster ride with white-knuckle dives and slow climbs driving us higher. Church is where we wash each other's feet. It's where we serve and get waited on, where we fast and thirst and then feast. Churches is where we remember at supper, reminding ourselves of a servant saviour. Church is whispered prayers and noisy anthems. It's terrible coffee and reckless abandon. You see Christ on a wall, I see Christ in us all. And he will build his church. Despite reports of its demise, his resurrection movement will flourish, will survive. The church is underground. It can't be contained. It won't be restrained. Fascists fear it. Mighty nations can't control it. The powerful are powerless. No riches can curtail it. Church may be a cathedral with a multitude sing as one, but church can be huddled in a basement, rejoicing while scared to be found. Church is a thread that weaves through the tapestry of time. It sets slaves free, helps the blind see, lets seeing eyes be colourblind. Church is a friend of the stranger and the blood-stained refugee. When knives stab teens in gangland streets, the church falls on bended knee. The church is fixing addicts, making them clean and free. Church is set apart, yet it saturates society. Church bridges the arts, the classroom and the gym. It's subversive and it's dangerous, yet it's gentle and unthreatening. You see buildings, pews and gravestones, maybe a dusty lectern. I see revolution, restoration, and the power of redemption. Though death adorns the walls, it's life that's bursting forth. Church is broken people, a collage with different pieces. It's a patchwork, a mosaic, and when you step back, you see Jesus. Sling mud, point the finger, see the worst if you must. But you can't. Take me to church, because church is here. And it's family. Church is us.